What's something toxic that you like?
Being a little abusive.
When he get real jealous, when he see me talking to another boy, he take it out on me. So
Hey, what's something toxic that you like?
when my man choked.
So she know that any man wouldn't want to see his woman flirting and talking with another dude. But that's what she chooses to do anyway because she likes the reaction that she gets from her boyfriend. That's toxic, bro. Why y'all like that, man? Look, bro. You need to go ahead and leave that girl alone. She gonna end up getting you in some shit. And the worst part about it is she think it's cute. Bruh, girls think this toxic stuff is cute.
Something toxic that you like?
When my man choked me out when we arguing.
Damn.
Set your alarm, aren't you hungry?
Domestic violence was something that dangerously thrived because of silence, and it was everywhere, happening to men and women all around the world, but it lived behind closed doors in neighborhoods where
And you know, people always make the argument, why stay with somebody that treats you like that? And we always hear, well, it's not that easy to just leave. But I always wondered too, as the person that's putting your hands on the other person, why would you want to stay with somebody that's allowing you to treat them so terribly? Like, you know what I'm saying? Nobody ever talks about that part. I don't think I could be with somebody that's letting me, like, disrespect them like that. I don't think I could be. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't put my hands on no woman. But I'm just saying, if it was a scenario where I was just like, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I could be with her. Like, I don't think I could be with a woman that lets me do that to her, bro. I don't know, man.
minded their business because legally it was allowed.
If you go back to, say, the 1960s, what you would find is that intervention by police officers in cases involving intimate partner violence was pretty rare. That oftentimes the men, and at that time we were only talking about men as perpetrators of violence, were told to take a walk around the block. But the police training manuals of the time actually said, don't intervene, these are domestic cases.
Back in the early 1900s, the law and law enforcement, they didn't see domestic violence as abuse. It was a private marital matter, which meant whatever happened between you and your spouse and in your household was not their crime to care about, especially if they didn't see it happen for themselves.
Open up, it's the police.
Now you're gonna pay.
Thank God, get him out of here. All right, calm down. Take it easy. All right, Ted, get him out of here. Fresh here. Take it easy.
He's crazy. He doesn't know what he's doing.
I don't like this, bro. All right, like I keep saying, if a man is putting his hands on a woman, then he deserves some type of punishment. Do not ever put your hands on a woman in that type of way. But this is a movie, right? They made sure to show the black man. All right, look.
Themselves.
I might be thinking about this too deep, but this is what I saw when she showed this clip. Right?
Open up, it's the police.
They showed a black man harming the black woman, right? Black man is putting the black woman in. He's hurting the black woman, right?
Now you're gonna pay.
Then she opened the door.
Thank God.
Here come white savior. White savior. Save the black woman from the evil black man. White man. You know what I'm saying? Go get him. Go get him. Go get the black man. You know what I'm saying?
All right, calm down. Take it easy.
All right,
Ted, get him out.
So the white man calm you down, and I'm gonna get another black man to do the hard work. I'm gonna get the one black man to come incarcerate the other black man.
Fresh here. Take it easy.
He's crazy. He doesn't know what he's doing.
All right, he seems to be all right.
You know what I'm saying? And now me as the white man, I'm gonna come comfort you, and I'm gonna come rub your baby on the hand, on the head, right? Come on, bruh. And now in your eyes, the white man saved you, and he came and comforted you. Like, come on, bro. Y'all don't see this shit? Am I making this something bigger than what it actually is? Because that's the first thing that came to mind when I seen this whole clip. We gonna watch it one more time from the start. All right. And I ain't even gonna say nothing. We just gonna watch it.
Open up, it's the police.
Now you're gonna pay.
Thank God, get him out of here. All right, calm down. Take it easy. All right, Ted, get him out of here. Fresh here. Take it easy.
He's crazy. He doesn't know what he's doing.
All right, he seems to be all right. Do you want us to take him down to emergency?
Oh, I'm
want to end your life out. Well, ma'am, now I can't do that.
What?
Unless the crime is committed in our presence.
Do you mean you can't arrest a man when he's beating up a woman?
Not unless we see him do it.
This position of power, the husband...
Now, it's good that it's not that way anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's good that... and we got cameras to record everything, too. So that's a good thing.
Was because he was the head of the household, and back in that era, being the head of the house, making all the money, and basically owning all legal rights to your wife, because let's not forget, women weren't considered independent individuals until the 1970s. That means while the police enforce no laws, the aggressor could enforce anything on their family.
So a husband is kind of king of the household, he is the person with legal rights, and then societal attitudes and also often police procedures that turned a blind eye towards domestic violence. You know, many people would say, well, you know, you need to stay with your husband. Well, what are you doing to provoke this? You know, ministers might have this attitude, neighbors, domestic abuse, you know, it's a family matter.
So what did a lot of women do? Well, a lot of them tried to leave, of course, but with no support from the system and nowhere else to run. And then on top of that, they probably had babies and children. That factor was held over their heads at any mention of walking out that door.
You don't want me to go to school, do you?
Oh, I want you to stay at home where you belong.
I don't have to take this. I'll leave you first.
Wait, just a minute. You calm down. You're not in any position to make any impulsive decisions.
Oh, no. I'm taking Stevie and I'm leaving.
No way. A boy Stevie's age needs his father. Ask any judge. I know. I'm a lawyer, remember? You are my wife. Stevie is my son. And nothing you can say or do will change that. If you ever try to leave me again, I'll use every law in the books to make sure you never see Stevie again. You understand?
Fast forward to the 1970s, women were getting a bit more legal rights. They were told to fight back against male control, and that sparked a fight.
Hey, what if it was another route to solving these problems? Because the route that history chose was feminism. But what if it was another route that could have been taken? You know what I'm saying? What if there was another way for women to get their desired goals, but our version of history chose feminism? I could see how it was necessary at one point, but it seems to have turned into something completely different. Like, whatever feminism was back then is not the same feminism that exists today. Like, if I was to take a woman from back then who subscribed to feminism and placed her at her young age in today's time, and she got to see today's version of feminism, would she agree with that? Would she subscribe to that form of feminism? You know what I'm saying? Because what it has become is a slippery slope. Just like any overabundance of one ideology, of subscribing to one ideology, right? I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
In them. But without a place to run, without their own money, the only thing women could retaliate with was death.
My dad was really punching her that night, really her up bad that night. And my mom decided she'd had enough. She put us in the car, went back in the house, came back out in a rush, crying. All his kids are screaming. And I remember looking back, just like this, and seeing flames through the trees.
Francine Hughes burst into the guardhouse at the sheriff's office shouting, "I did it, I did it." What she'd done was her husband.
She poured gasoline under his bed and lit it.
She was driven to her husband by constant beatings during the 13 years they lived together.
No other trial that originated in the state of Michigan has received such widespread national attention as the Francine Hughes.
Yeah, so she was he pushed her to the point of murking his ass. Damn.
Murder trial.
The burning bed case was one of the first DV cases that drew massive media attention to expose the legal system failures and shine light on the reality of it all.
Police were called all the time. And unless they saw Mickey actually striking Francine, which was highly unlikely, they would leave. And that happened many.
Now that is bullshit.
times.
When I say women were fighting back, y'all, they were fighting.
Cause you gotta think. If you had a woman in your life that was like your family member and she was dealing with an abusive man, and she's calling the police. Well, first of all, I'm going to handle that myself if it was like a woman in my family. I'm saying we finna slide, bro. But for some reason we couldn't, and she calling the police, depending on the police to come do something about it. And they say, well, we can't do anything unless we actually see something. You know what I'm saying? Then yeah, I would feel some type of way about that, because there's a woman in my family that's calling for help and y'all not doing shit. So yeah, that's why I say that's bullshit, bro. I'm glad it's not like that no more, bro.
Back. Prisons around that time were full of women who were really just serving life for taking their abusers. With all of this happening, the police officers and courts, they heard this retaliation by death loud and clear. A much needed cultural shift was happening. Women were being justified. Yes, in many of these cases, they had to take a life to get theirs back. But in the end, these women weren't being punished anymore for being punished.
These women are in prison because of the process, not because of their cases, not because of the facts of their cases.
So I just wrote a simple letter asking the governor, we've been in prison for multiple years, we're abused women, we've suffered, we are offenders, but we're victims, and everybody signed it. And before I knew it, there was this big, wow.
We need all our sisters home. Our families are missing their mothers, their daughters.
So back then, women weren't violent because they wanted power. They had no protection, and their fight was about survival. But over time, that started to shift, and the tone around aggression became a bit casual. Around the early 2000s, a lot of kids were basically taught that one playground rule that I feel like messed a lot of people up in the heads. You know the phrase, if they hit you, it means they like you.
Do you know why that little boy did those things and said those things? It's because he likes you.
Whoever conjured up the lie to tell little girls, oh, when he hits you, he likes you, why were you setting women up for failure? Huh?
I don't know if it was because from decades of treating violence as private or expected, that opened the door for later generations to grow up, confusing the message around love and...
It's like Helga off of Hey Arnold, bruh. She was mean as hell to Arnold, but she really liked that nigga.
Conflict, I don't know. But teaching a child that aggressive behavior means someone loves you, that's never going to end well. And as the world got a bit more modern, it started to prove that.
If your boyfriend hits you or beats you up, stay with him. He loves you because he's risking for you to press charges on him, calling the police. A guy that's willing to do that for a girl, it's amazing.
Do you really believe that, or are you just goofing on everybody?
I really do believe that. Like, I get a lot of messages on my social media asking me for advice, and a lot of girls are like, I look up to you, and I feel like I'm an inspiration to them. They feel the same way.
We went from many women enduring violence, fighting against that violence, just to teach kids that violence means love.
I don't like him.
What did he do?
He was doing all the things. He was chasing, he was following me, chasing me, trying to pretend he was by me, and he yelled at my face, he yelled at my ears, and he bring my body parts, he yelled at my face, and he spit on my face.
You know, a lot of the times when boys do that and they act like that, it's because they like you.
And I truly feel like that message right there put it in the heads of many people that putting your hands on your partner wasn't shameful anymore. It was just a part of the relationship.
This is my brother. No, they not. Because I'm not. What are you talking about?
It's not about you.
It is because you my what you talking about?
It's not about you.
I wonder if she gonna show the clip where that girl smacked that dude so hard and he was trying not to cry. He was making a video and she just came and smacked life out this nigga and he was holding back tears, bro.
Watch your mouth.
If we want to be honest, the way these couples just casually discuss this may make a lot of you say, hey, it's just a joke. But where did we get to this point in a relationship where this is a joke?
Y'all talk so much shit. And now I understand why men used to come home and beat their wives. I understand now. I'm starting to understand that. I really am.
But look, if a woman hits you, especially if she slaps you in the face, she don't respect you, bruh. The relationship is over, dog. If a woman is putting her hands on you, that relationship is wraps.
I had to mute the song for copyright reasons, but she's just slapping him to the beat of the song, you know, casual jokes and casual comments like he's right where he wants to be and petition for us to start beating our boyfriends more.
Huh?
Modern media has reframed assault into something playful and toxic, which we all know a lot of people love. You'll see casual acts of unprovoked violence.
We chasing that. Oh, no. Get out.
And that alone has made a lot of people desensitized to it. And obviously so, because there's even a trend for the perpetrators to just come online and proudly admit to something they should not take pride in.
What do the women? Yeah, because look, if this was the other way around, if dudes was making this,
come online and proudly admit to something,
it wouldn't be all cute and funny. It'd be a very terrible thing.
They should not take pride in.
What do the women that beat men look like? I hear so much about them, but what do they look like so I know how to avoid them? You feel what I'm saying? What do the women that beat men look like?
Hey, how you doing? My name is Brittany Monique. I ain't confessing the but you know what's going on.
I'm gonna say something that you're probably gonna have to wrap your head around, and you may not agree and you may not like the sound of it, but just hear me out. Y'all remember earlier when we talked about that much needed cultural shift, when women had no other option but to fight back and the justice system finally started listening? Well, once that shift made fighting back more justified, over time, the look of fighting back started looking different, especially online. It seemed like some people started branding hitting men as empowerment. Almost like, yes, take the power.
That's what I was talking about, slippery slope, bro. And that's also what I was saying. If you took a woman from back then that actually went through the abuse and the hard times and put her in today's time, in today's idea of feminism, in today's idea of defending yourself, right? Or hitting back or whatever, bro. Would she agree with that? Because we just saw the mugshot of this lady right here. Hold on. She really went through something. She was really going through something, bruh. She murked her abusive husband. That means she was really, I'm not saying it's right. All I'm saying is he was abusing her and she was on her last straw and she didn't know what else she could do about it, so she figured it out, right? She did what she thought was the only thing she could do. Outside of just leaving, you know, she could have left, but I guess it ain't that easy for everybody to just leave. So the only other thing she could think to do was to murk that nigga. And that's what she did. She actually was going through it. These girls have not went through any of that, bro. I don't know none of them personally, but I can promise they didn't go through this, bruh. That's what I'm saying. If you was to take her and put her in their situation, would she agree with this shit, bruh? Would she agree with this idea of what these girls are promoting on TikTok?
The look of fighting back started looking different, especially online. It seemed like some people started branding hitting men as empowerment. Almost like, yes, take the power back, but go ahead and knock that man out in the process.
So I've recently started a business where I beat men. So you are in a violent relationship. This boyfriend is trying to scam you. You're confused about him. He's cheating on you. He's beating you up. Wake me up at midnight to beat a man. Please, give me the opportunity. So I have a...
This is not helping, bro. You're not helping.
Or in all this, I have a goal. I want to be able to beat at least 1,000 men by 2027. Do you understand?
Man, look, bro. So, bro, this lady right here is like, I'm thinking like she probably has white clients and white women call her to come beat up their white husbands. So big black woman come save white woman. This is what I'm talking about, bro. Come on, bro. It's just like that whole thing with that the Wicked cast members with Ariana Grande and the black lady, and she's like super protective over Ariana Grande. It's just the way that it looks, bro. The optics, the defender, the black woman coming to save the white woman, the damsel in distress, bro. Fucking Donkey Kong. Like, and I'm not trying to comfort her. I'm just saying it's the way that it looks, bro. It doesn't look good, man. It's like Donkey Kong coming to rescue the princess from Mario. That's what that shit. That's what I'm getting from this, bro. What is it? Princess Peach? Princess whatever princess it was. It's like Donkey Kong saving the princess from Mario.
I'm literally going to punish men, for sure.
And it's such a controversial but also touchy topic because I would never intervene with a victim standing up to their abuser or someone stepping in to help a victim. Not to mention, sometimes God uses other people to make examples out of the wicked. But what we're seeing online, that's not justice. I don't understand how that's justice. This push to fight back is sending the wrong message to people who were never in danger to begin with. And all of a sudden, we're supposed to beat men just because they disrespected us.
Beat him. Put your hands on him. I'm not the friend that you call when your man is acting up, because I'm going to tell you to put your hands on him.
I feel like for any relationship to work, the man has to be scared of the woman just a little bit. It ain't even got to get domestic. But sometimes you got to slap the shit out of her. Sometimes you got to do that.
You sit up and act like you're an advocate for DV and how you're so against men putting their hands on women, and then you'll turn around and fix your mouth to joke and brag about the fact that you are hitting men unprovoked.
What should have just been self-defense is now basically abuse and just putting your hands on someone in the name of empowerment.
Slippery slope. That's what I'm saying, bro. It started off as one thing and it slowly transitioned into something else completely different, bro. You know what I'm saying?
This also opened the door for men to be more comfortable in their wrongdoings, too. If a man hits a woman, it's just toxic love. He's just putting his girl in place and being masculine.
What's something toxic that you like?
Being a little abusive. When he get real jealous, when he see me talking to another boy, he take it out on me, so.
Hey, what's something toxic that you like?
When my man choked.
So she know that her man... She know that any man wouldn't want to see his woman flirting and talking with another dude. But that's what she chooses to do anyway because she likes the reaction that she gets from her boyfriend when she does something that she know he doesn't like. Man, that's toxic, bro. Why y'all like that, man? Look, bro, you need to go ahead and leave that girl alone. She gonna end up getting you in some shit, man.
To another boy, he take it out on me, so.
And the worst part about it is she think it's cute. Bruh, girls think this toxic stuff is cute.
Something toxic that you like?
When my man choked me out when we arguing.
But since when did abusive behaviors equal masculinity? If he's aggressive and violent, that's just him being manly. But truth be told, it's actually him just being a threat.
Yeah, I see why back in the day used to come home and beat the shit out their wife, bruh. Yeah, like, baby, these bills stressing me out. They keep piling up. I don't make enough. The job stress me out itself. You stress me out. Taxes eating up my check.
And y'all don't understand how heartbreaking it is to see all these videos I'm showing have hundreds and thousands of likes and comments. And even as I was writing this script for my video, I was thinking about putting like a nuanced line about how a lot of people find this funny and, oh, you know, like people can see this as a joke. But then I was just like, screw that. Like, why should I have to justify this just because some people see it as a playful joke? None of this is funny. I can't help but feel this pit in the bottom of my stomach because I'm thinking about the people that have actually been in a violent relationship. I'm thinking about the victims that really aren't heard when they speak out. For example, let's say men who go through this.
Society. He made sure he kept the camera on her ass. You saw how quick she came around the corner with her hands behind her back? You saw how quick he grabbed the camera and made sure the camera stayed on her?
Heard when they speak out. For example, let's say men who go through this.
Nah, homie not playing.
Society has got a long way to go, and I think that there are probably a lot of men out there who are suffering in silence and are too ashamed.
I was almost 6 foot tall. My wife was 5'4". And if I went and told anybody that my wife was assaulting me, they wouldn't believe me.
I'm thinking about the huge amount of men online who joke about this, further adding on to the stigma being that men can't actually be physically harmed by women, and men love being with feisty girls that can beat the hell out of them.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but sometimes a man does need to be beat. Sometimes a man needs to fear his woman, scared at the fact that when he gets home,
man,
he's getting a frying pan stuffed up his ass.
You're a little
I'm sorry.
Hey, stop. That's not okay. I'm sorry. Did I ask you to help me?
No, but I saw you were in harm, so I thought I would help you.
You thought nothing. Look down at my pants. Does it look like I don't want this?
All I'm saying is, it just further adds to the narrative that men are supposed to.
I think these niggas are some weirdos, bruh. You know what I'm saying? This some low level weird shit.
Enjoy this. So whenever they do come forward with serious accusations, it'll be the same old, same old.
What do the women that beat men look like?
She was just beating my like 10 minutes ago.
What do the women that beat men look like?
That's Jay. Hi, baby, I love you.
Oh.
See, the power to save lives is within you. Donate plasma and get paid for your time.
With Hotels.com, members save up to 20%. With that kind of discount, you could stay at...
No respect, bruh. She don't respect him. Hey, baby, I love you. Then she pushed his face away like, get the fuck out my face.
Yeah, I love you.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? She on FaceTime with the nigga that's beating them walls while you over here trying to love her. Look at it.
Hi, baby, I love you.
I'm saying, get out my FaceTime call with that I love you bullshit.
Oh.
Fuck, nigga. No respect.
Like that.
This discourse on social media has caused a lot of back and forth and think pieces. One that we've all heard before is that women can put their hands on men, but men can't put their hands on women.
So someone come and slap you right now, what would you do?
I'm going to fight.
A girl right now, one of the girls right now slapped you, what would you do?
I'm going to uppercut her.
You're gonna fight a woman?
If she hits me, yes. If you can hit a man, you can get hit like a man. I'm sorry.
It's just like, it's the same dynamic of that episode of the Boondocks where Stink Meaner was beating up Granddad and everybody applauded that, but when Granddad fought back and started beating Stink Meaner, nobody liked that. They was not interested in seeing Granddad beat Stink Meaner, but they all loved when Stink Meaner was beating Granddad.
In my opinion, just leads people to take abuse less seriously, depending on who it happens to and just overall.
If you hit a man, like you full on as hard as you can, do you think that he should be allowed to hit you back?
I think that men should not hit women. Yeah, even if a girl hits you as hard as they can.
What about, is it wrong for the girl?
No, I don't think so.
So overall, abuse is abuse, no matter whose hands it's in. And the fact that it's been normalized and turned into a quirky trend.
But that's the thing though. Look, she said hit him as hard as you can. A man doesn't have to do that as hard as he can. He could hold back and it would still hurt a woman. A woman can hit you with all her strength, and that shit might hurt a little bit. Saying a man can hold back, and that's the end of that woman's day. She not up till tomorrow.
So overall, abuse is abuse, no matter whose hands it's in. And the fact that it's been normalized and turned into a quirky trend is very telling.
The way a lot of y'all is normalizing domestic violence is really scary to me. The amount of women and men who are justifying domestic violence is weird. Ain't no relationship perfect. I am a firm believer in it. But it shouldn't be physical.
So if you're in a violent situation that you feel like you can't get out of, please know that you are not alone. You do not have to go through that, and you should not let somebody feel like you deserve to go through that, because you do not. I'm going to leave a very important phone number on the screen, and if you ever need to reach out, don't hesitate. This video was definitely a heavy...
Who you think gonna answer these phone calls when you call this number? I mean, obviously the person that works there, but what type of people, like, what makes you want to be a domestic violence hotline phone operator? Like, what leads you to that? What in your life happens that leads you to this? Is it the money? Is it the paycheck? Or is it something else?
If you ever need to reach out, don't hesitate. This video was definitely a heavy one. I know, crazy way to end the month, but y'all, what's going on over on TikTok, it was just too insane not to bring over to YouTube. So I'm sorry. I know some of y'all treat me like a news station, and this was a piece of news. I had to let y'all know. But if you made it this far, thank you for tuning into the Girl Talk you didn't know you needed.
Hey, she fire, bruh. I fuck with her. She fire. There are so many things that are normalized nowadays that is making me sick for humanity. Yeah, I was thinking that too. That was a point I wanted to make as well. Like, alright, like the whole idea of humiliation rituals and secret society doing ritualistic practices and all of these things that people have been saying been going on for years, and people have not been taking heed or listening. Alright? But now it's being normalized to the point where it's another normal thing to hear. Oh, that's a humiliation ritual. That's a humiliation ritual. All right, we recognize it now, but it shouldn't be something that we just talk about like it's nothing and just carry on. Like, what? We recognize it, so what the fuck are we gonna do about it, bro? What can we do about it? Like, so many things are being normalized now, and I don't think it's by accident, or maybe it is. I don't know. But look, man, y'all like the video. LIKE, like the video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Y'all be safe. I'm out. Bruh, you recording?
There's some real shit going on outside. And we in here talking about bullshit.